evening, guys. So, start na tayo. Okay, for this session, we will be we will have the regular streamcast. Because this session is, our topic is about strategy. So, if you have any comments, I can see that later because my setup for tonight is different from the OTG. But you can leave your comments so that I can shout it out later. Okay, so for this one, this is the appearance of the regular streamcast. As you can see, there are several windows or applications open. This is what I am trying to explain to you yesterday. So the one that you saw yesterday in this streamcast in the OTG is the simpler version of the stream because with the OTG, I am only opening one window or application, and that is the Restream app. But for the regular streamcast like this, you can see many windows, many apps. The purpose of that is so that I can demo or show to you different ideas using different apps. And this kind of setup is recommended if you're going to offer online trainings later on. So that is why I am showing it to you now so that you will have idea of how to present your content later on. Because some of us are already been given notification that we can set up paid online events, right? So so that kind of service or that kind of feature can be addressed, can be set up if you're going to use these kinds of platform. Actually, you can use many different kinds of applications. So one of them is what I'm using now, Microsoft Teams. The one that you're using is a combination of Microsoft Teams and Google Sheet. So the one on the left is Google Sheet, and the one on the right is Microsoft um, Teams. So, but particularly, you are seeing Microsoft OneNote. So OneNote is like a journaling or a note on or an online notebook app that you can use together with Microsoft Teams. If you are using Microsoft Teams, it is like something like an online briefcase or an online portfolio or a folder because you can organize your contents. As you can see in the left side, there are several folders there or several channels that I can organize so that my contents will be much more easier to present later on. There is a free version of Microsoft Teams that you can download in Play Store and iOS. You can also download the desktop version, and you can either avail the free version or later on you can upgrade to a paid version for the license. So for the strategy, we will again discuss about rationalization as it pertains or as it relates to the internet access. So going back to the example of applying rationalization to internet access. So for example, one of the things that you can strategize is to think of the whole customer value journey. Since what we are trying to do or what we are trying to understand with rationalization with regards to the internet access is we try to simplify the usage of internet access. So if we're going to apply that concept on the customer value journey, we try first to apply that to the step one, awareness. So with awareness, so it has something to do with showing our content to other people or to our followers. So when we show our content, it can help us convey the message to our followers, right? And then we have to do step two, engagement. But since sometimes it can be challenging to have internet access, what we can do is to plan the type of contents that we will post or publish later on. And together with that, in relation to our F2F activities, we can use this strategy, the one that you are seeing on the left side, to come up with a simple or realistic daily target or quota. So this is the one that I show you a few days ago in the past sessions. So assuming that you accumulate around one follower every 5 minutes. So that is the simplest target that you can set for yourself so that you will not be pressured, you will not get stressed in getting followers, right? So it's like you are enjoying what you are doing. So if you look at the window on the left, you will see that in a matter of 1 hour, you are supposed or you have a target to get around 12 followers in 1 hour, assuming. And with that, you have the assumption or the estimate or spending 1 hour per day to get that 12 followers in 1 hour. So if you're going to do that daily, like for example 1 hour every day, you can have around 12 followers per day because assuming you only spend 1 hour doing the F2F, right? So something like that. So if you have that kind of strategy, you will not be forced or you will not be pressured to think of the internet access because it will really help you schedule, it will really help you budget the amount or the bandwidth that you will be allocating for your internet access. So something like that. So we are trying to simplify our target, our goals. But we all know that we can do better than that, right? Because um, we are doing this for quite several weeks or months already, and many of us have proven that we can actually get a lot of followers. So this one, if we're going to have this kind of mindset, if we're going to have this some sort of a simple target, we can avoid to get being stressed or to think of it as a big problem. So because we all know that we can do better than what we have targeted, than what we have put in our journal. So something like that. Because this Google Sheet can also serve as our journal to contain the ideas that we have, right? So this is a form of a journal or note taking tool that we can use for the resources. So imagine that in a matter of 1 year, like for example, every day we do that. Think of it like for example, in 1 month we can generate around 360 followers, and consistently all throughout the year we can build a community of 4,320 followers in one year. So that is the most conservative estimate. Actually, it really doesn't matter in my opinion, it really doesn't matter how many followers we have as long as we can think of a way to monetize the community that we are influencing. It is not really solely dependent on the number of or the quantity of followers. It also depends on the quality of the followers that we are getting. Because what is it if you have 100,000 followers and yet you are not able to monetize the community? So it's useless for me. So for me, alongside with getting enough followers, we will be able to develop the relationship with our community. So how we can do that? We can engage with them with quality posts, with some reactions or comments, with some activities that can really be beneficial both to ourselves and to our followers. Because I have seen some people who have lots of followers and yet they are unable to properly monetize their influence on their community, on their followers, because they seem to lack some of the strategies that they can do to grow further or to monetize their influence on their followers. So that is why I am showing this to you, the most simplest quota or self-target that you can have for yourselves in building up your community. Actually, when I realized this one, the moment I set this up, I am not really pressured now because I am thinking that it's it doesn't matter if I only have a few followers, if only a few followers will follow me, as long as I can give value to them and they will see value in me. And with that, we can have beneficial two-way kind of relationship so that we can both help each other. I can help my followers to come up with new ideas on how to grow their communities or their ideas or their business. And then in return, they can help me monetize those kinds of support that I'm giving to them. Just like what we are experiencing with monetization, right? So our followers are supporting us with stars, with subscription, with other things that we can do to help us monetize those kinds of activities. So I hope you are getting the idea with that because we really cannot give our services, our help to all the people for free for lifetime. So there comes a time that we really need to ask people to pay us Because if we don't do that, if we always give free services or free ideas to people, some people will not value that, and some people will not appreciate us, and 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 the effect of that, we won't be successful. So that is why Facebook or Meta is helping us monetize our ideas, our knowledge, our skills, so that we can grow at the same time that other people can grow as well with the ideas that we teach them. Because it will be a problem later on if we always give our services, our ideas for free. There will be a problem with that later on. So we should have the mindset of giving some ideas for free, and we will give some ideas for a fee so people can pay us. So you will see here that in the customer value journey, there are steps here that you can offer some paid events or some paid activities. Like for example, the moment that you reach step 4, the conversion, it is a chance for us to monetize the ideas or the content, right? And then all the way to step 5, excitement, we can give or we can generate further value. For as long as we are given more value, that will result to excitement among our followers. Because our followers won't get excited if we are giving the same thing, right? So that is why I mentioned a few days ago that we should be able to reinvent or to come up with new ideas. Because, like for example, if they always see that we are doing the same thing every day, there will come a time that our followers will lose interest in following us. So we should give them really new ideas from time to time. We should be relevant. We should be able to adapt to the changing times. So I hope you are getting the value of that. We really need to reinvent ourselves. We really need to come up with new ideas so our followers can continuously support us. So you can see here in the diagram also, as soon as we are able to generate excitement, it will lead us to further stage in our journey. So that is the ascension. Ascension is something like that we can offer extra ideas or services to our followers, and of course, they will pay us. So it's like growing our content, growing our monetization, but but at the same time giving value to our followers. So it's like leveling up the kind of value that we can give them. So in step 6, there are some digital marketing terms such as cross-selling, upselling, so something like that. It's like we are able to collaborate, we are able to enrich or improve the ideas that we can offer to our followers. So in the coming times or months, I can help you get some ideas on that one. But to be honest with you, I will be coming up with paid online events because I really cannot give all of the information for free. Otherwise, people or my followers will not value me. They will disregard me because their mindset will be they can get the information for free. So anything that you can get for free, people tend to disregard, or people do not give value to that because in their minds they can get that for free. So I hope you're getting the meaning of that. I hope you're getting the context of that because we are living in a world where there should be business. So this one that I'm giving you is actually free, right? But there will be future events later on that will really be uh, given to you for a fee. And it is also and it also applies to all of us, because in your case you will do the same. You will offer services or online events to others or to your followers for a fee. You cannot give all information for free. Otherwise, you will not grow, you will not be successful if all the things that you will be giving to them are for free. So I hope that is clear, because it is really, it goes really like that. That is how the business, the society evolves, or actually uh, that is really what we experience in our day-to-day lives. There should be really some form of give and take, some form of business that should really be happening. Okay, I'm going to pause for a while because I will check if there are some already comments, because I'm looking at a different screen and I cannot readily see your comments. So I'm going to check, I'm going to try if I can see the comments so that I can shout them out. Because the Restream app is not actually open at this moment. Let me check. I'm going to open Restream if that will be possible. I will just check in my newsfeed. Okay, I see your comments now. Shout out to Roger Cabalhug. Shout out to Rapoy Vlog. Shout out to Grace Niel 2013 Vlog. Shout out to Jeanette Ortega Branch. Thank you for coming back. For the others, I am not seeing them yet, but I can see that there are some other people who have commented. Shout out to Chinita Girl. Shout out to Rika Orneas Longsod. Shout out to Joan Danoy Gervasio. Shout out to Triple S Reality Channel. Shout out to Nerly Padera Lutero Arizala Iluding. Shout out to Ricky Lee. Shout out again to Papa Ted Ito. Shout out to Jennifer Cabingan Marzan. So far, these are the people that I am seeing in the comment section. And also thank you for the reactors. Daily Life Vlog, shout out. Shout out Ate Raquel. Shout out Cherish Sejas. Shout out Kim Yannick. So thank you for watching this stream. And I hope from now on, you try to finish the stream, because some of the information that you will be hearing this should be listened or watched in full. So you will not get the overall idea if you will just spend 1 minute, 2 minutes. You really need to finish. So I am just trying to finish this in a matter of few minutes. So that is the benefit of watching the full stream, so that you can get the full idea. Okay, we go back to the Microsoft Teams window. So as you can see, the strategy can be applied to different stages. So since we are just in the early stages, so we are still focusing on step 1, step 2, and now going to step 3, because step 3 is once we get to have the subscription, right? So you can see in your monetization dashboard that it can be enabled if we are going to satisfy two criteria. Either one of two conditions for the audience, and then another either one of two conditions for engagement. You can see that engagement really plays a big part in helping us monetize our content. So that is why yesterday I mentioned to you that even if you are restricted, or even if you have session expired, or if you can do some follow, you can still do a reaction to stories because it will help in the engagement. It's like introducing yourself to your followers by reacting to their stories. It can really help, if you ask me. It can really gain some trust among your followers to have a visit to your page. So that is why uh, reacting or commenting to FB stories also helps. So don't ignore it. It really helps. And some of those engagements that we have can be used to help us attain the subscription enablement, or the unlocking of the subscription. If you're going to look at our monetization uh, menu, right? So, and also going back to the internet access with regards to simplifying that kind of experience. I have been doing this technique, so this is what I'm going to share to you, a technique. So like for example, you have a challenge with internet access sometimes, right? If you're using a Wi-Fi or a pocket Wi-Fi, maybe you can try to change the SSID to your fan page name. I have done that because the SSID is visible to the public, right? Even if you restrict that access to your immediate household, still the SSID name is visible when people open the Wi-Fi available in their smartphones or in their devices. Maybe you can try that later. Try to change your SSID for your Wi-Fi or your for internet access to your fan page name. It will help you gain awareness among your environment. Because even if they cannot connect to your personal Wi-Fi, it can really help you promote your page to the different people around you. So maybe you can try that. Let me check if I can show you that. Like this one. I'm not sure if you are seeing that. I am displaying my SSID. So I think you can see my SSID. So you can see that I have put, or I have changed my SSID to my website name. Because I do that because in my website you can find my fan page. So everyone or any person in my vicinity can notice that once they search for available Wi-Fi in my area. So that is one idea that I think can really give you additional promotion to your surroundings. If you want to promote your fan page to your immediate surroundings. So you can see it there, the SSID is changed to my website name, or you can change that to your fan page name. It depends on you. So it's like one kind of strategy, simple strategy that you can use together with your Wi-Fi access or your internet access. So I hope you are getting idea on that one, because uh, some people really don't pay attention to it, but I think it helps in promoting whatever it is that you want to share with other people without directly talking to them, because this SSID is broadcasted to your immediate environment. Okay, so going further, so another one is, like for example, if you're using prepaid load, you can actually schedule that, right? So that you can only enable that, the data transfer, the consumption, every time you are doing social media activities, including F2F. So in a way, you can simplify your internet access usage without spending too much. If you are on a budget, if you are using just prepaid load. But if you have Wi-Fi, so you can just open it all throughout the day. So that is one thing, that is one way on how to address possible problems with internet connection. You can schedule your presence, your online presence with your internet access, with those information that I share. So, speaking of the paid online events that I will be coming up in the future, so I am thinking that, isn't it that I show you two kinds of setup? One is the on the go, or the simpler version of the stream. So just like what you watched yesterday. So only the stream app window is open. So it is not requiring much bandwidth. So it can be used, like for example, if you have some challenges or not that high internet bandwidth. And then another setup is this one, the regular stream, that you can share different applications, provided that you have a good internet access or Wi-Fi bandwidth at the moment. So just like what I'm doing, I'm sharing to you because I'm using a regular or a very good bandwidth at this moment. So it really depends. It can help you come up with the strategy. So with that one, I am thinking of using on the go setup always, and then just be using the regular setup together with the different apps whenever I offer paid online events. So there will be some kind of user satisfaction, because if you are if I realize that if I'm going to present to you these kinds of streams alternately, like for example on the go and regular stream, you will not see the value. You will not see the difference between a free stream like this and a paid online event. So I think that is something that you can also try to adopt or to incorporate in your strategies later on, because you really have to come up with a better value if you're going to offer a paid online event. You will realize that when you set up your paid online event settings in your monetization, in your dashboard. So another thing that I want to show to you is how you can make use of workflow in organizing or um, taking notes of some ideas in your journey. So what what you are seeing now on the left is the workflowy application or website. So this one can help you enumerate or list down ideas to help you organize them. So this is just an example. So this is one, like for example, as digital creator. So what are the things that you need to take note of? So first, you can see on the first bullet point. So I put there some mission and vision. So with the bullet point, so it can really be a simple statement that you can think of with regards to your overall plan or strategy. So you can have your mission. So I treat this as a goal to myself. So personally, when I started this digital creator journey, my vision or my goal to myself is to connect people via the internet, right? Because the pandemic really somehow um, enabled a lot of people to get used to working or getting activities done online. So I also have this vision. So the vision is like my dream to others or to the surroundings. So I set up something like I want to see a connected community. So yesterday, you remember, I mentioned about a physical community or a physical environment and then the online community. So with this one, I want to have a connection between a physical environment and the virtual environment. So I have that as a vision. So it really depends on you on what are the uh, vision or dream that you want for yourself in relation to the environment. And together with that, I also put some key points. So key points, with this one, maybe you can think of a way or some idea on how to relate the people, the process, and the technology, and how they interact with one another. So something like that. So it depends on you, on your content, on how you want to have that working with one another. Because this, I for me, as of now, especially when times are changing, we really are dependent to technological advancement. And with that, we employ some process or some things that we do for us to utilize the technology. So it really depends on you on how you're going to think of that. Because I think it is important as part of your overall strategy as digital creator. And after that, after having some key points, you are going to have an overview of your journey. Because first of all, in the first in the beginning, you really have to be aware of your journey as digital creator. That is my belief. Because if you are not going to have some goals early on, some overview, some of the things that you would like to foresee, if you don't have a bigger picture of your overall journey in the beginning, I think it will not be clear to you, or you will not be guided properly. So there is no clear vision, or there is no clear path for you. So that is why I mentioned before that we need to have some sort of checklist, some sort of guidance, because that overall checklist can help us with our journey as digital creators. Otherwise, if we don't have that, we will lose sight of where we are going to. We won't have staying power. We won't be motivated to continue, because in the beginning, uh, those things, those ideas are not established. So as early as now, like for example, uh, maybe you have a few followers only now. You can think of early on the overall journey, the overall idea. You should be able to foresee yourself maybe after 1 year, after 2 years, so that it can really guide you on how to plan for your next steps. And of course, if you already have that overall idea, the overview for your journey, you can have uh, some kind of a picture in your mind on what are the things that you want to accomplish. Like this one, like for example, I really want to help influencers in different industries. That is why I am really trying to organize my content because I don't want to be just be visible to a particular industry. I want to be visible to different industries. So I set up, I plan different industries that I want to get involved with eventually. So aside from that, I also try to come up with a profile of my target market, of my target followers or community. So this is still part of the strategy. You really have to know the people you want to serve eventually. And after you have done that, you proceed with the resource. So that is why I really want to I really want to highlight to you the importance of organizing your contents. So that is why we put these kinds of information in a kind of somewhat format, some sort of a guide for each week, so that it will be easier for you to follow what I am discussing in the beginning of the week. You can see that timelines and calendar are really important when setting up your activities, because one of the most valuable asset that we can have in our journey is time. That is why we really need to allocate our energy, our time to the things, to the people that really matters to us. I I, I don't recommend that you put time or attention to any other things or to any other people that really will not contribute to your growth as digital creator, even for the tools that you are using. So that is why I am guiding you. I am showing you some applications, giving you some idea as to what types of applications that you can use in your journey, as well as the topics for your content that you can think of. So if you are going to incorporate all of these ideas, information in your overall strategy, somehow you can really have a picture or a general overview of your journey as digital creator. And you can see here that once you have those initial information, you can apply that to the environment and come up with a better strategy. For me, it is better to have the strategy once you have already established your mission, vision, and the overall journey, as well as the resources and the environment that you want to get involved with. It's like establishing the initial easy ideas first, and then on the succeeding part, you proceed with the more complex or with the more um, or the more advanced ideas later on. All the way to the portion where you execute those ideas and eventually have the motivation to continue, because it really takes a lot of effort, a lot of mindset, a lot of time, a lot of things to have staying power. So basically, that is our topic for tonight. So about strategies, we really try to come up with the simple strategy first, and then try to incorporate new ideas to it until such time that we are able to grow that simple idea or that simple strategy. And and lastly, I almost forgot to say this. So some of us, I have seen that some of us are already been given notification that we can set up the paid online events, right? So you can see on the right window that, like for example, if you're using a gadget, if you're using a smartphone, you can see that in the monetization, once it is available, you can set up paid online events. I already tried to set up my paid online event settings. I think yesterday or early morning today. So I just noticed that it really requires some kind of planning, because you have to have some sort of content that can really be justifiable if you are going to charge your followers, or you if you're going to ask your followers to pay for them. That's why as early as now, I am looking for some collaborators that I can work with to come up with these paid online events, because I am thinking that I want to collaborate first with others. So if you are interested, you can contact me. You can let me know so that we can first discuss. We can have a meeting. We can talk it over to plan the possible ideas, to know if we can really get along well, or if we are synchronized in our goals. So before we eventually offer that to the audience or to the followers. So you can follow me. If you haven't followed me yet, you can message me. You can comment. Just let me know so that we can start discussing about some possible content ideas that we can offer to the paid online event. Just remember that our audience, that our participants or attendees, is on a global coverage. So it can mean that we have to deliver that in English language. But if you prefer to have it in a local language, then it's okay with me also. So what is important with me is that we can start this on a simple idea first, until such time we can grow this kind of event or this kind of collaboration. So we really need to start on the beginning, on the simple ideas first. So don't worry if you want to deliver your content, if you want to speak in Filipino, it's okay with me. But eventually, if you really want to grow your presence as a digital creator, I really encourage you to have the courage, have the confidence to speak in English so that we can serve a bigger audience, a global audience later on. So you will notice that I have started to speak in English because I realized that I really need to attend to the needs of the online community, of the global community, because it, I will just limit myself if I continuously speak in Tagalog or Filipino language all throughout. So, and my goal, my personal goal, is really to reach out or to collaborate to a wider global audience. That is why I have started to speak in English language. So maybe you can already see this one. Once you have set up your paid online event in your dashboard, you can see a notification like this one that you can add a payout account. So I already set up mine, and I try to set up one local bank and another PayPal set option. So once you are done setting up the paid online setup, the paid event setup, you will be given some notification or confirmation and some of the things or some of the contents that you can offer for your paid online event. So I will just be open to some suggestions, or if you have some ideas on collaboration, just let me know. Because I really want to explore this kind of activity so that we can serve a wider audience, or we can really help the community grow in this modern age of um, social media era. So that is all for now. So tomorrow we will have another session. So I'll just have it with on the go setup. Tomorrow we will discuss about execution, experiments, and testing for our strategy. So something like that. So see you again tomorrow, and uh, thank you for dropping by. I'm going to have a last look who are if there will be if there are additional comments. So shout out to okay. There's a message from Samji Summer Hat. What is your question? Okay, while I'm waiting for Samji Summer Hat comment, shout out to Dulce 11. Okay, if ever if in case Samji has left already, you can just leave a comment whenever you're available, or you can attend the next session tomorrow. So if that question is something that can benefit the audience as well. Okay, I think I don't have any other new reactors or commenters. For some of you who have been a constant audience in my stream, I have given page reviews, and for the others, I think. I think for the others, some have not enabled the page review menu in their pages. So please try to set it up because it can really help you gain more awareness or more followers if you have a good page review section in your pages. And for the others that I have already given reviews, I will continue engaging with your posts and see you again tomorrow for the Saturday session. Thank you for watching. Thank you for dropping by for your support. And have a good night here in the Philippines and good day in any part of the world.